I realized I was wasting 80% of my time as a creator, just scrolling, overthinking, spinning my wheels, and I had no idea why my growth was so slow. By the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to structure your week properly, how to manage your energy and not your time, and also how to plan my content so that I can grow without burnout. I used to feel scattered and stuck, but once I implemented the system, I doubled my output, stayed consistent, and finally started seeing real results online. And if you want to plan your whole entire week in seconds without overthinking, I actually have a free AI prompt that does exactly that. It lays out what to focus on each day based on the task that you give it. So you can go ahead and grab that in the link below in the description. And that prompt is exactly what we will be working with in this video. And of course, we're going to use our handy dandy calendar, not to manage our time, but to manage our energy. And I'll show you exactly how to do it. So first thing that you want to do is that you want to go ahead and that you set your day into blocks. Why, as a woman, it's so important to manage your energy and not your time is because we do not work on a 24-hour cycle like men, okay? So how you get this done is you are going to set your blocks and your goals for each time period, okay? Because there's morning time, obviously, there is midday, afternoon, and then evening, okay? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you create separate calendars for these goals, right? So for you, what does morning goals look like? Does morning goals look like from 7 a.m. to 10? Like you want to see and start with, hey, first of all, how many hours do I go to sleep, right? I sleep for 8 hours. If I sleep for 8 hours, then that is how you start indicating, okay, now for the rest of the times, this is what technically is my morning, this is what technically is my afternoon, and this is what my midday is and my evening, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that you press a plus. Well, first of all, you wanna add a calendar, right? So how you add a calendar is that you just press plus here, and then you create a new calendar. What you're gonna call it is you're gonna call it, obviously, morning goals, like I said, afternoon goals, midday goals, evening goals. So you're going to create those 4 calendars. And I recommend that you make them black, okay? And how you do that, you can just press add custom color and then you can make it black. But anyways, what it should look like after you do that is it should look something like this. Now, my times kind of look crazy because I'm traveling in Asia right now. So Asia obviously has different time zones than America. So it looks like AM, like working in the AM and stuff like that. But this is what it should look like. Now, after you do that and you set up those times, like, hey, this is the time I'm sleeping, obviously the white space, and then this is my morning, this is my midday, boom, 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 whatever. Next you're gonna do is you're gonna create and organize your life to 4 repeatable areas. Why I recommend 4 is because you don't wanna have so many calendars that you just have to make more decisions. Like more decisions, you're gonna have more decision fatigue, right? So how you do this is, for me, the 4 areas that are repeatable in my life are admin, content creation, self-development, and then social engagements. So those are 4, okay? So you can see here, I'll turn them all on. And let me turn on my admin. Okay, boom. So what I like to think and what I like to do is for my mornings, I leave it for content creation, okay? So with my content creation, that is when my brain juices are flowing, they're clear, it's not bogged down by social media and all the tasks of the day. So I like to put my content creation tasks in the morning. So what I do is let's say that this time is like I'm getting ready. So what I do is I put in a time here and I do content creation. Now you see how it's pink because I changed it to pastel colors. By the way, you can change the colors of everything. So let's say on Monday, I usually theme it as my days where I outline and script. So outline YouTube videos. Okay, so let's say this is an example, okay? Boom. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then let's say for this period, I'm gonna be editing a YouTube video. Okay, let's say that's one example, right? So what this allows you to do is obviously like in the morning, if you're not a full-time content creator, then you don't have to do that. But you can put that, hey, maybe I'm going to wake up earlier so that I can work on my content creation. Or maybe after work, I'm going to work on my content creation. And that's where your content creation or time is, if content creation is one of your repeatable blocks, okay? Next thing is, I know in my middays, that is when I have kind of more want to do like social engagements, right? Whether that's meetings, stuff like that. But usually on my midday goals, I still like to still be in the creation mode. And then on my afternoon goals, I like to do like actual social engagements, right? So what I do here, social engagements for me look like, hey, responding to comments, hey, responding to DMs, having meetings, stuff like that. So maybe you can go ahead and you can do social engagements, and then you can put like, hey, meetings. Okay? And then I like to leave my self-development for later, okay? So, hey, before I even get into the next thing, let's say I also like to do admin work during this time. So maybe respond to emails and stuff like that. So respond to emails, okay? So let's say that is one thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do admin here. And then for the evening goals, you can say that, hey, I like to go ahead and maybe I like to go ahead and do self-development, because that's when I like to do self-development, okay? So let's say maybe a course that I bought, I can go ahead and say, hey, I like to do the course that I bought or curriculum, right? So I'll do business development right here, okay? So this is why this is so helpful is because, again, you're working from your energy and what you're able to do. So if you know that maybe even if you don't have time during the middle of the day because you're working, it doesn't matter. You can still know that, hey, I know that every single day I want to be working on content creation, admin, social engagement, self-development. That is what's going to get me to my goals. Those are the things that should be a non-negotiable or repeatable area in my life. Okay? So that's how you're able to do this. And when you do the AI prompt, guys, you're able to go ahead and they'll tell you exactly what tasks to do for every single day. It'll tell you the top 3 tasks you should be doing. So when you get those things and you get those, hey, this is what I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because it will also give you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, blah, blah, blah. Then that is when you put it in to here, and that's how you create the system for yourself. Another thing that I just talked about is that theming my days. That's another thing that is so crucial. So I don't waste time, and I'm actually using my time amazingly as a creator and an entrepreneur, okay? So what you do is theme your days. And actually the prompt will help you with theming your days as well. One thing that I like to theme is the first 3 days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Monday, I like to do outlining my YouTube videos and also like videos that I have planned for the week. Next, I like to go ahead and film on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, I like to have a like full-blown editing day. So that is an example of how you can batch your week, okay? Because there's a thing called task switching, and task switching actually makes you less productive because your brain, it is constantly like, it takes energy to switch from one task to another because you're switching your focus. And in order to not do that so much, I recommend that you have themed days. Okay, this is for filming, this is for editing, this is for client work, this is for developing my business, boom, boom, boom. This is just for a rest day, right? So that is one thing that I recommend. And also, like I said, that prompt, you can go ahead and it's going to go ahead and give you exactly what to do, when to do it, the top 3 tasks, the times, everything. Okay, so what I recommend you do after this video is fill out the prompt. It will give you exactly what to do for each day, and then also fill out your Google Calendar for each day. Okay, I recommend that you do this on a Sunday. Like, just get it done on a Sunday. It'll take you less than an hour, maybe even less than 30 minutes. And another thing that I recommend is reflection, because reflection is a huge part of getting better and getting better week by week, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. When you are growing your business and as you're growing as a creator, data is the #1 thing that's going to help you accelerate. It is, because what it does is that it gives you the data to make data-driven decisions. This worked, I'm going to keep doing it. This didn't work, I'm going to stop doing this. So you can actually stop wasting time, okay? Like, you can stop wasting time on the things that are not working. So that is one thing that is huge, is the weekly reflection. And I actually just did that today. It's a Sunday here, and I'm like, oh, I just feel so much better getting into the week, so much better focus, clear-headed, and it's just so awesome to make adjustments for the next week, okay? So guys, if you're ready to stop wasting your time as well as a creator, and you really want to build your brand, monetize your YouTube channel this year, like you said that you're going to do it this year, I want to help you do it. And I actually am having a free live masterclass soon, and in those masterclasses I actually answer questions but also give you the full roadmap so that you can monetize your YouTube in 6 months or less. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing these live master classes, so I recommend you save your spot now so that you can be there live. You can go ahead and get the full value, get the whole roadmap, and let's turn your growth into cash, your YouTube and brand into cash. And comment down below in like the chat, comments, whatever the heck. Sorry guys, I don't edit, and this is like my 5th video of filming today, so I won't be editing this, okay? But put in the comments, what did you think about this video? What is the #1 takeaway you got? Tell me what you thought about the AI prompt. Would love to know. Always looking for your feedback. And if you guys want to give me any more feedback or ask specific questions, my Instagram DMs are open. Looking forward to having conversations with you in there. And yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram as well, okay? So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Go ahead, subscribe, like, comment down below, and also turn post notifications on, because I post videos like this every single week so that you can go ahead and get paid to exist, elevate your life, attract your dream life, and also using the power of femininity, creativity, and healthy habits, okay? So I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video.